everybody, and welcome to week 4 of Financial Management of Aging Services. We've covered a lot of ground. In fact, let's quickly review what we have already covered. We have talked about balance sheets, worked on those, income statements, statement of cash flows, and annual reports. Because of the practice that you had with all of those reports, now you're very familiar with them. I know some of you are still working on those. We do need to finish those up. I'm going to leave the link up a little bit longer just to get that done, because we have to get that foundation done to move forward into the other areas that we're going to be going into. If you have any questions or concerns about those, please feel free to send me an email, or we can set an appointment to talk about them. I did notice one weak link was the fact that I didn't tell you that you could use the numbers more than once in the list of numbers that I gave you, but we cleared that up with an announcement. So you should be moving forward on those, and you need to finish those up if you haven't already. Quizzes seem to be going okay, so those are working as well. Now, this week we are going to get into budgeting. Budgeting is one of my favorite topics. I've taught it on a number of occasions in different venues, and it really does get a bad rap because it is a very powerful tool to help you get everything that you want. So what we're going to do this week is we're going to look at zero-based budgeting versus rolling or historical averaging. The rolling and historical averaging is used interchangeably. We're also going to look at fixed and variable costs this week. I know that's more of an accounting issue than it is budgeting, but when you're doing budgeting, you have to know what costs are fixed, which ones are variable for you to do accurate budgeting. So I want you to get a good understanding and real solid knowledge about those particular types of expenses. Now, the textbook is a little bit weak when it comes to a conversation about budgeting, so I've added some outside reading that I think is very thorough and goes into it to the depth that I want to go into it. So be sure to do all of the outside reading that I have linked up on Blackboard for you before you attempt to do the quiz. You will not be able to succeed at the quiz unless you've done all of the reading that is linked up for you. Now, also this week we are going to begin your term project. The term project is going to be a big part of your grade, as you well know, and we will have 5 weeks to do this project. You'll turn it in at the end. We're going to do it as a group. It is an individual project. You need to do your own, but you will have a team to work with. I'm going to break you up into teams, and you're each going to have a team leader. So that's going to give you an opportunity to have people to question, to bounce ideas off of, to check your work, peer review, and so forth, so that it makes it a little bit more comfortable to do the project, because you'll have other people to work with. So that's how we'll create some synergy, and we'll be working together on that. The term project does have 10 different areas to it. Please don't be overwhelmed when you first see it. Some of the areas we haven't covered yet, some of them we have. We obviously will cover everything in that project before you have to have it completed. So it'll all come together nicely for you before the end of the term. Alright, so that's what this week looks like. And if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to contact me. We can set up office hours to meet either up at the HEC, or we can meet down here at Ashland at my office down here, whichever works for you. And I hope that you have a great week.